What began as a book launch and cookie table has grown into a storytelling-centered experience rooted in cultural, community, and connection. Joining us this morning are the founders of Stories and Sweets. We have Lyric and Zaria. Good morning to you both.
Good morning.
This sounds like such a fantastic event. Can you give us the details on Stories and Sweets and kind of how this all came to be?
Yeah, so Stories and Sweets is something that we created together based off of Lyric's book launch, and I also bake cookies. Stories and Sweets on Sunday is about celebrating Black history while incorporating all different vendors of different backgrounds into a community space event where everyone just feels a part of our family.
Because your tagline for the event is because everyone has a role in celebrating Black history. Can you kind of give us the details on that?
Yeah, so we are very big on celebrating Black history year round, which is why our event isn't in February. And the further and more often we do these events, the further away it's going to get away from February. Because to us, Black history is celebrated every day, and it should be for everyone. And so that's why we make sure it's a very inclusive space that welcomes vendors of all backgrounds. And then the second half of the afternoon is what we call the main stage. So we're highlighting Black artists and creatives and poets and all sorts of people because they weren't historically provided stage time. And so we're doing that and to make sure that everyone, is celebrating and having fun together.
Sounds like an absolutely amazing event. We know the books will be there and the sweets. What other vendors will be there as well?
Oh my goodness, so many different vendors. We have a ton of authors. We're featuring a lot of authors from Lucky Book Publishing, who is also a local publisher. All different kinds. There's wellness authors, there's fiction authors, and growth authors. We're featuring a ton of sweets vendors as well, and also some vendors who do body care, selling soaps and lotions, artists. We have clothing. Tons of people are coming.
And it's also part you will be giving back as well. Can you tell us more about this component?
Yes. So after our first launch, back when we first launched our book and our cookies, we met Lisa Anna Palmer, who is the co-chair of Mustakabali Wetu, an NGO in Kenya. And she introduced us to the late Jeffrey Ndoigo. And his whole mission, he turned his home in Kenya into a place for kids to provide them education and food, and literally picked people off the street who were sick and gave them health care. And he had passed away because he was sick himself towards the end. And we heard his story and we're like, this is just our community outside of Ottawa. And so every event that we host, we give back to Mustakabali Wetu, and seeing those kids go through school, and now some of them are in college studying tech, it's just amazing.
Okay, Zaria, I have to ask you about these cookies because they look so good. Tell us a little bit about your baking.
So it kind of just started through family events. Always baking cookies, and I got good feedback from them. So I decided to turn it into a business. So those are the Velvet Cravings, cookies and cream, sugar cookies, and the classic chocolate chip cookie.
Oh my goodness, they look absolutely amazing.
Thank you.
They'll be available this weekend as well. You're going to be baking obviously a little bit more.
Yeah, a little bit more.
Incredible.
I will definitely be baking on Sunday.
And will your book be available there as well?
My book will be available as well, and it's just a story of me growing up and questioning who I was and my journey to confidence, because I never felt like I fit in and I was forcing myself to.
Incredible. Well, thank you both so much for joining us today and sharing more of this wonderful event. Give us the details on the event. It's happening this Sunday, Shankman Arts Center. What else do people need to know?
This Sunday, Shankman Arts Center, 1 to 5 p.m., celebrating Black history, Stories and Sweets. You can find us on Instagram and online to RSVP. It's going to be a wonderful day of family, fun, and culture.
Amazing. Thanks again for joining us today. We truly appreciate it.
Thank you.